Hello Pisces, this is your 2017 yearly prediction. So, I'm wishing you a happy holiday season as I shuffle. I'm going to be putting down 12 cards. Alright, so 12 cards, 3 rows, 4 cards in each row. It doesn't necessarily mean each card represents a month, but it does represent the entire year. So all of these cards, the energies blend together. Together the cards give a particular story of what's going to happen to you in 2017. So I just want to preface the reading by saying this isn't about month by month. It's more about what the story for you, what the challenges for you are going to be throughout the year. So Pisces, your first card is going to be the High Priestess in reverse. The next card is going to be the Shadow Side in reverse. I have 9 of Swords in reverse. And then I have a 3 of Wands. So the first 4 cards, not necessarily the 4 months of the year, but it's part of this journey. They don't have to represent separate months, but together they tell me what the first part of the year is going to be like. The next card is going to be 2 of Wands reversed. I have Karma reversed. Lots of reversals here. I have an Ace of Cups reversed. I have a 7 of Cups reversed. And then I have a 7 of Swords reversed. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And Knight of Wands. Okay. So 12 cards to represent the entire year of 2017. Let me move those up a little bit. You have some reversals here. Reversals can be good, depending on the energy or the card that's pulled. And I made sure to mix these cards up very well here. And I always worry about that. Like, do I have too many reversals? Is there too much going on here? And there won't be any outcome cards. This just pretty much represents what's going on. How it's going to begin and how it's going to end. Okay. So let's start with this first part of the year, the first 4 cards. Okay, first off, you begin with the High Priestess and the Shadow Side, which are 2 major arcana cards. And that's very important because it looks like, with the exception of the Karma card here, the 6th card, it looks like you have no other major arcana cards. The other thing I want to point out is that the High Priestess and the Shadow Side are both spiritual cards. The High Priestess is about understanding the mysteries when she is upright. It's about listening to your inner spirit and your subconscious. you have access to things that you didn't know before. So because this is reversed, it seems like you're not connected to your intuition. That's the best way I can explain it. There are a lot of things you're going into this new year very confused about that you need answers to. Also, the fact that you have this shadow side here. The shadow side, in this deck, I'm using the Witch's Tarot deck. The shadow side is representing the devil. And so this second card, which is heading into January, February, we're getting this shadow side reversed, meaning that any negative energies, this usually in the Rider-Waite, this represents the devil. And the devil represents being a prisoner to our basest instincts, to addictions, to all the negative aspects of our personality and human behavior that we give into. So when this is in reverse, I see this as a battle between you trying to deal with a negative energy. Maybe it's not necessarily your battle or addiction or negative energy. It seems to be you trying to understand or work out negative energy from 2016 and just trying to get through it. So by the time we get to this Nine of Swords, which is also reversed, we're looking at the card that usually represents worry and distress and depression. And note, we have this moon here. The moon represents the subconscious. The moon represents all those fears that are hidden. Likewise, this Nine of Swords, when we worry, when there are things that we're distressed about, usually it's because of subconscious fears. That negative, that boogeyman that comes back to haunt us, which makes sense now that the shadow side's reversed. We're fighting the shadow side. Likewise, fighting the shadow side leads us to less worry. We're trying to conquer those demons and understand them. So it looks like in the beginning of the year, lots of worry and pain. I get a sense that maybe some of you would be dealing with someone's behavior towards you, someone who fell off the wagon, someone who's gone back to negative habits. That's what I'm seeing with the first three cards. So when we get here to the Three of Wands, I am now starting to see you get back on your feet. This can also represent the fire energy of someone who's making plans. And I also get a sense that part of this is perhaps someone, because I have this Knight of Wands that shows up at the end, I get a sense that maybe some of you, and there's this Two of Wands reversed, I get a sense that there could be someone, because you have that Knight here with fire energy that you're linked to, that you are trying to make a relationship work for you, make a relationship work with. And this connection or relationship, and I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but perhaps as one scenario, possible scenario, there's someone that you're doing battle with as far as a relationship, trying to make this relationship work. Both of you have been dealing with demons and trying to resolve relationship issues once and for all. And so when I see that demon rearing its ugly head, it seems as if you two are going into the new year trying to just work it out and get past it. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. So one interpretation I'm seeing for some of you with the Pisces energy is the energy of this Three of Wands, which is about making plans. It's about starting a new project, setting sail for new adventures, looking forward to success, completing something successfully. And I think there's someone who wants to make a life with you. Or maybe you're trying to make a life with someone else. Okay? With this fire energy. So when we get to this next row here, you do have your third major arcana. You only have 3 major arcana. But once again, this is fitting in very well with the High Priestess in reverse and the shadow side, or the devil in reverse, because it seems like there were decisions in the past. This karma card is called Judgment in the Rider-Waite deck. So it looks like this karma card reversed is indicating getting past a decision or something that happened in the past that still comes back to haunt you. You're trying to move forward to a new life. Usually when the karma card is in the upright position, it can mean a new resurrection. That judgment day has come. This event resets everything. All the old things. And once again, you have that moon. And the moon seems to be a very significant theme for you, Pisces. And I think it's very fitting because you're very much about the subconscious, your feelings, the water energy as well. Okay? So you're very much linked to the moon. The moon is also an important element for you. You can see that this moon there's an eclipse going on here, which is a very rare occurrence. So what we're looking at here when this is reversed is that Judgment Day has come, but it seems like restarting a new life is difficult. So when I look at those 3 major arcana cards, I'm kind of get a sense of this story for you in 2017 is about resetting and starting all over and putting the past behind you once and for all. And can you really have happiness, which is why I think this 9 of Swords is showing up as well. Now, the 2 of Wands is reversed. And this is whenever you see the number 2, obviously it's about the union of 2 energies. He has the world in his hands here. And whenever you hold the world in your hands, it means success, complete victory. But once again, it seems like and if this is about your connection to another Aries person, that connection with the Aries person is not quite complete. So that's when we get to that karma card, that there are things holding you back to that new beginning. And then it seems like there's a domino effect, because then as we head into the middle of the year, you have your Ace of Cups reversed, and that's going to be significant because now you have 7 of Cups reversed. Your cups are reversing here. In Pisces, you love being in love. You can't help it. That's your energy. That's water. But when an Ace of Cups is reversed, this is about falling out of love, not having love return, not being able to. Usually the Ace of Cups is about the beginning of a relationship, falling in love. And it seems as if maybe there are emotional setbacks for you. Maybe you're one of these Pisces people where there was something that happened to you that really set you back emotionally. And it seems like you're going to be emotionally disconnected to this Aries person with this 2 of Wands reversed. And then your head is out of the clouds. This is the cloud of procrastination and dreams. You see the Magician here offering choices. What will you choose? Will you choose wisely? And your head is in the clouds and you can't decide. And I think that when I see this 7 of Cups reversed next to this Ace of Cups reversed, what I'm looking at here is towards the middle of the year, around spring, summer, is you struggling, you going through this struggle emotionally. I think something's going to happen with this karma card in reverse to where you say, I am done. I'm pulling back emotionally. I've had it. Okay? Maybe you're going to pull away from this fire energy. This person right here who's going to show up again in the middle of the year. Okay. And yeah, I see this more about you emotionally pulling back, not feeling in love. Like this is not working for me. So as we head into the end of the year, Seven of Swords is interesting when it's reversed. Because the Seven of Swords is usually about secrets, your own agenda, looking out for yourself. And so when this is in reverse, maybe there's secrets that are revealed. Maybe this is just you being entirely selfish or someone being selfish here. But I think it has a lot to do with some secrets being revealed, someone being caught out as a liar. I think there's going to be an issue with dishonesty as we head into the end of summer, heading into fall. And so all of a sudden these pentacles show up. And I think this Two of Pentacles, remember what I said about the number 2. The 2 is about union between two forces, balancing forces. And so the Two of Pentacles is usually about keeping busy. But take note of the water in the background, because I think emotionally you'll still be shut off. I think that the spring and summer are going to bring some challenges to you, and you're going to deal with this by saying, I'm just going to shut off my emotions. I'm not interested in being in love. I don't want to work on this relationship anymore. And you're going to find a way to distract yourself, even though there's still boats in the background. Boats in the background. Okay, water in the background. Your feelings are still there for you and this other person. But it seems as if I see this more of how you're going to be dealing with it. You're going to stay focused. Maybe money is going to be a big goal for you later on. And so when I see this Queen of Pentacles, I have a feeling that there could be another person of interest in your life. Maybe someone who's collaborating with you. Someone who's going to bring something meaningful into your life. Another relationship. Never rule that out. But I do see this as a new party. And then it's interesting that I see this Knight of Wands coming back. Because I get a feeling that in spite of all the struggles, this person will never really be out the picture the entire year. I think that there's going to be a lot of growth and change. You taking time off emotionally, or just emotionally taking a break from all of this struggle and drama. But then by the end of the year, I think that, and this doesn't have to represent a queen doesn't necessarily have to represent a man. And likewise, a knight doesn't necessarily have to represent a woman. These can be either or, of either sex. But I do see a change with the type of relationships you have. I see you I see you emotionally getting back in balance. And I see that you're probably going to have this, for some of you, there will be a struggle with this Knight of Wands. If you are in a relationship, I see it as sort of like this year-long struggle. And so when I see this evolution to the Two of Pentacles, I think one of the pentacles in this two is belonging to a Queen of Pentacles. That there's going to be maybe even a meaningful business partnership. But whoever this person is, they're going to come into your life in a meaningful way near the end of the year. And they're going to sort of balance you out as far as emotions. Keep in mind, pentacles are solid and grounded. They represent earth. And that's always a good combination with water. Okay? And so there's going to be mutual nurturing with this Pentacles energy. So don't rule out someone in your life or a new situation near the end of the year that's going to be very meaningful to you. At the same time, it seems as if when I look at this Knight of Wands, I'm looking at someone who's not going to give you up. That even though you two weren't able to be balanced together and work together here with this Two of Wands in reverse, I get a sense that this Knight of Wands, this person, is still going to be in the picture. It'll be a year of struggle and ups and downs. And I think it's going to be more about you deciding what is it that you really want. Is this person holding you back? And I still see you guys together near the end of the year. So yes, what's happening for you in 2017, Pisces? Lots of struggle. And it's going to be more about you trying to decide what you want with this person. And is it really going to work? There could be some business decisions or business partnerships. But I don't think it'll get in the way of what's going to happen with this Knight of Wands. I think it's going to be you discovering what you want and then finally making a decision. Okay, so Pisces, that was your reading for 2017. And as always, I appreciate your comments and your support. You can always contact me. Look in the description of my videos if you're interested in getting your own video reading. You can do that for $20. And I hope to hear from you. So I wish you guys a wonderful new year and a happy holiday season. And I will see you on YouTube. Take care.